Hey folks, boys, girls, viewers. Today is a wonderful day. They are talking a little bit of rain tonight. Uh, really doesn't look like it, so we don't know what's going to happen, if it's going to rain or not. Um, Today we're kind of doing some miscellaneous stuff. We bedded this morning. Dad's kind of bedding a little bit now. Um, I took our hay mower to the golf course yesterday, and their guy cut all the rough over there, and we will be raking and baling that hopefully by the end of the week. So as you saw before, I got the 210 on the box spreader here. This is our old H&S. We don't use it a lot, but for some of the thicker, let's say bed pack, mostly goat manure that's mostly hay and kind of wound together. Our New Holland spreader wouldn't take it. It wouldn't. We'd be shearing pins, and it wouldn't run out like it should. So we got this thing. I don't know. This thing's been around longer than me, and we just kind of keep making it go. We cut the end gate off because one of the cylinders was leaking, and to be honest, you don't really need an end gate if it's that runny. We're using the other spreader, so you dump bed pack on it, it doesn't run anywhere. So anyways, today's agenda, I hauled the pile at the end of the barn, and right now I'm standing here. We got this, you could call it a bed pack. Basically it's where the hay feeder was for my beef cattle. We're going to do something a little bit different, I think, this year. But anyways, this pile's got to go. Dad just took off with my loader, though. We are selling some bales. The guy dropped his wagons off, so he's loading bales right now. As soon as he gets back, we'll have to put the bucket on and I'll load this up. So, tomorrow, hopefully it doesn't really rain much. Tomorrow we're going to hit the straw hard. I'm still debating if I'm going to get some help in to run a rake for most of the day, and then we bale with 2 balers. I don't know. So we'll see what happens there. We got a good weekend. Good beginning of next week, it looks like. So we're gonna hit as much as we can and try and get as much baled as we can. And we'll take you along for the ride. So fueling. She's full. Dad's back. What a load of crap. So we hooked the baler up, and there's this oil line that runs from the other side of the baler, where the oil tank is the oil pump. It runs all the way right here. There's a tubing that runs straight across, so we got to get this tube to the other side of the baler through that hole. As you can see, we pulled out the duct tape. Got the string through with a rod, and now we got to stick the tube up in there a little bit, and then we'll go to the other side. Try not to make sure we don't cut the tube. I made a mess. Ah, darn it. Alright, I gotta put you down so I get this done. There it is. Alright, so we got that on. It's actually really simple. It just kind of pushes in there and then it locks on. And it's really easy to get out too. You just this collar here, you gotta hold it and pull the hose out. It's very simple. So if I ever have another issue with that, I should easily be able to tackle that. Just gotta go through and zip tie it up a little bit. Just keep it nice and where it's supposed to be. It runs through the tube then and to the other side. Then I kicked it on. There's you can actually select like low, medium, high, and then there's also a test option. And so I have to do that with the greaser. I run it on test, and I can push the grease in easier. And I did it with the oiler, and it runs every, say, 30 seconds. It runs just a little bit, pushes a bunch of oil out, and then it waits 30 seconds, it does it again. So I pulled the hose on the other side and waited till oil started shooting out, and then I hooked it back up and checked this. Everything looks good over here. So this baler is ready to go. Not literally, I gotta grease yet. So yeah, I might as well quickly tell you guys what needs to happen on a daily basis. What needs to happen is for greasing and anything else. I will go through that right now. Greaser. greaser somewhere. Greaser. Oil level. Grease level. Chain. Twine. Twine there. Oh, there's another side. Twine. And if we're doing hay, acid. I think I got you up the right way now. So pretty much everything I just showed you is something that I need to check every day. It also depends on how much I'm doing in a day. See if I'm baling for 2 people, couple hours, and then the next day I have maybe 1 person or 2 people. Sometimes I don't have to go through and do that all. The grease zerks, the 4 grease zerks that I showed you, they're not the only grease zerks on the baler, but they are the 10 hour, they call them 10 hour. So basically they're every day. I grease them plenty. There's a bunch of other grease zerks on here. Some of them are 50 hour, some of them are 100 hour. So yeah, you gotta grease the zerks. All the chains need to get checked if they need to get tightened, adjusted. The automatic oiler, automatic grease zerk, cats fighting, all the twine in the box. You got 4. Basically, you're pulling strings from 4 spots on each side. You got 8. We'll call them systems. You gotta do all that. If you need acid, I've never showed that yet. I actually, I was just looking at this. I gotta drain this out. That's power line. I will drain the acid tank out and buy the pink RV antifreeze. We'll drain it out best we can. Dump, I don't know what I'll put in, 5 gallons. Run it through all the nozzles just a little bit. And then it's set for the winter. Acid, I could be wrong, but I don't think the acid will freeze. Now, when I say acid, I think I have a tote back here. Maybe not. Hang on, I'll find out. All right, so this is the acid I use. Let me see here. Here it's I couldn't even tell you how to say that. But anyway, it's basically like a I believe other people use like a citric acid. Basically, in the dumb explanation is it's salt water. And so here you got your little chart. It'll tell you, how much you should put on. You can actually put it on silage as well, which is I've never done, and I don't really plan on ever doing. But so yeah, this is what I mean when I say acid. We're not dumping, harmful chemicals on hay. This stuff, as I said before, so I'll drain it out of the pumps and run the antifreeze through. So here I just saw corrosive. So that's the main thing. Even if the stuff doesn't freeze, you want to get the corrosive. You don't want it to corrode your pumps to junk. and this stuff has a really really harsh smell. Um, it'll clear your sinuses out for you. It's really, really strong, and if you do get it on your hands, it will burn. In your eyes, I can't even imagine getting it in your eyes, but there's nothing wrong with it. It doesn't harm anything. Uh, I've heard lots of people say that you can't do it for horses, but no one's ever told me that. And I was reading on here too the one day, and it doesn't say that you can't feed it to horses, so I don't know. That's just kind of a horse people thing for you. But anyway, so yeah, we will probably I should really drain that out. I don't have any antifreeze, but we'll just drain it right back into the tote and use it again next year. So I'm at least gonna do probably that baler there. My other baler's out in the field. I might keep it in there just in case. I can't see anybody doing hay yet, but you never know. So anyways, so hope you found that kind of slightly interesting. So it is starting to look a little rainy. I don't know if it's going to rain or not, but anyways, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Thanks for following along, and I hope you found this kind of informational. So yeah, please like the video. It helps push me farther out, get a larger audience. Hopefully we can, the whole idea here is to show people what actually happens, at least on my farm. This is my story. I'm also hoping that, you know, someday I can come back and watch these videos and go, man, was I stupid. And and even, you know, my kids and their kids, and you know, they can come back through and see how the farm was 40 years ago, or that's my hope, but who knows. So yeah, like the video, but keep rambling. Comments, put them down there. I don't care what you want to tell me, put them down there. If you got any questions, acid, applicator, baler, goat, manure, throw them down there. I will definitely answer you. Subscribe. I really appreciate that. And I appreciate you watching. I said that before, but I also hope to see you next time.